Hi guys, sorry for my overall look. I just got out the shower. I already have my pajamas on. I just did like a full 9-hour shift. I'm tired, but I rescued some more plants and I want to take care of them. I've got a couple here that's been sitting here for about 3 days as well, but I came home with another one today, and it is one that I actually recently lost. So yeah, I'm going to be rescuing them in today's video, and I thought it would be also fun that within the same video I will come back a couple of weeks later, or if they die within a week, then I guess you will be seeing this video a lot sooner than I had planned. But yeah, we're going to rescue them, and I'm going to include the update within the same video. So I hope you enjoy. But before we get started, hello everyone, welcome to my jungle story. I'm Jacqueline and I love rescuing plants. I work in a garden center. If you've been following me for a while, you already know this, but if you're new here, I work in a garden center. My favorite genus is Alocasia, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have been struggling with them lately. I've really been struggling with them. I've even noticed at work, I don't know what it is this year, but I've just noticed that Alocasia in general are just not doing very well. Even at work, they just, yeah, they've got perfect conditions there. But I've also tickle in my throat. I've also noticed at work, clients coming up to me and asking me about Alocasia, and they're also having issues with it. So I'm glad to hear that I'm not alone. Maybe it's just the weather that we're having in Belgium right now. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if wherever you are in the world and you're having the same issue. I mean, Alocasia are dramatic anyway, but I still love them. They're still my favorite genus, and I think that will never change. But I have been struggling with them lately. So I'm going to rescue this one first because it's probably one that I'm most excited about, because this is one that I recently lost. It's looking a bit killy-wally. Yeah, it did have a case of root rot at work. I already removed all of the soil at work because it still does not smell the greatest. So I don't know. For all I know, you guys could be seeing this video within a week's time when I give you an update and they're all dead. But whether they die or not, I wanted to make this video anyway, because it's just, rescuing plants is 50-50. And I feel like with Alocasia, it's maybe 60-40. It's, yeah, they're very, very dramatic. But yeah, I recently lost, I had a huge, beautiful Alocasia platinum. It was stunning. And I think I overwatered it. It was super rainy. We had like a week where it rained a lot every single day, and my home gets very humid, and I don't have to water my plants as often. And I was in a certain routine because I did have my platinum for probably about almost 2 months. It was beautiful, it was big, it was so lush and so gorgeous. Also got that one from my work. And yeah, unfortunately the next morning when I came downstairs, it was completely just drooped. There was nothing savable, nothing. I really did try, but yeah, unfortunately didn't make it. So obviously the platinum is one that's a little bit susceptible to root rot and a little bit sensitive. This is another one that is, I feel like, the same situation happening, but just at work. It's what happened? I think my colleague had watered it yesterday, because the last time I was at work was Monday. And I already had checked all the plants and watered everything that needed to be watered. And the Alocasia table is like the one table that we don't water from the bottom, because they just stay so moist for so long, because they usually also come in a very dense mix. So yeah, I don't really bottom water that table, but I think my colleague had done that. Well, actually not my colleague, but the person who was, yeah, my colleague is actually on leave. So it was either a student or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, it just got watered too much. You know, it happens. It's normal in a garden center. So yeah, I pull this one out of the pot because I recognize the signs, like this curliness, it's clearly rotting. It does smell. However, the corm at the bottom does look intact. You can see here, it's made a couple of like offshoots as well here. There's an offshoot here, here. They all feel intact. Like if I feel at the bottom, they all feel perfectly fine. But obviously, you know, it can spread very, very quickly. So I think what I'm going to do is I am just going to give these roots like a chop just to be sure. But at the same time, I'm really nervous because I just lost one. Yeah, I'm going to give the roots a chop. Because the bottom ones don't look the greatest. The secondary roots, they are definitely going to die. And just like the roots that don't look viable anymore, I will just get rid of those. Oh, I don't know. Some of the roots feel a lot better than what my one felt like when I took it out of the pot. Because obviously when I saw it drooped, I took it out of the pot straight away to assess what was going on. Because it definitely obviously wasn't water because I had watered it the day before. So yeah, but it had completely turned to mush, like completely. And I also then found out, because I was so nervous, I have been very nervous with Alocasia lately, I didn't really take it out of its, I didn't really mess with the root system. I literally took it out of its pot and I put it straight in a bigger pot, and I didn't zhuzh around or anything like that. And it was also in a plug, which is also something that if your plant is in a plug, it can rot a lot easier just because of that compact ball that it has right there by the base of the corm. That's normal. That's perfectly normal. Oh, there are some roots that are dead here, but I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should put this in stratum to rehab it. I don't know if I should just put it in a soil mix. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm really nervous about this one. I know it's going to drop. It's got a lot of leaves, and yeah, that's the root system it's got left over. I mean, there's technically 1, 2, 3, 4. There's technically 4 plants in here, so maybe it won't. I don't know. They haven't started to go yellow. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you would do. What would you do with this? Would you stick it in stratum? Would you just pot it up in soil? I don't know what to do. I'm really nervous to put it in soil again. I feel like in stratum it's just going to fall over. I'm leaning towards soil. I'm leaning towards soil. And what I'm going to do, I actually, just a couple of nights ago, I noticed that I moved my Alocasia heterophylla to the aroid mix from Plant Scraper, because the Alocasia nobilis that I got in my last, I think that's my last plant haul, I can already see like active root growth here. It's doing really, really well. So it obviously likes this mix. So I actually moved my Alocasia leuci one, Alocasia longiloba, and Alocasia lauterbachana. That one was also starting to rot. I also moved that one to the arid mix because it seems to like this mix. So I think I'm going to do that and put it in the aroid mix because it's quite chunky and airy. And I've noticed that the Alocasia that have fineness, I mean, this one does have quite juicy roots. I don't know. The heterophylla was the one that Svetlana gave me, was doing nothing for me for such a long time. And I put it in this aroid mix and it's just exploded. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Put it in a pot like this, a pot that has a lot of drainage, preferably. I think I'll do that. It's not, I mean, I could go bigger. I am also going to put a stake in there just to keep it stable so that it doesn't wobble around, because this plant is already obviously stressed out. So any wobbling, any movement, I think what I'll also do without like pushing anything in there, I'll pot it up like this, and I'll maybe put like, just to hold it up, you know, so it's reducing the amount of stress. that I'm giving this plant. Please don't die on me. Yeah, there's a lot of spiders in the potting room. Oh my word, what is up with the bloody... Jeez. Is there a scoop in here? No, there's not. Where's my scoops? Where's my scoops? I was so upset about the platinum. That was a plant that I honestly didn't realize I needed it until I had it in my collection. And the only reason I got it because it was a big one. Like, it was bigger than this one, and it was only 14 euros. And I just thought, no. Like it's the biggest that I've ever seen them come in. And we've ordered these a couple of more times since then, and they've not been as big as they were in that lot, because all of those are already gone. People snatched them up. Like 14 euros for a platinum that big. So yeah, it was such a shame. It was doing so well as well. But yeah, it was far too humid. And I also watered it at night. And if you water at night when it's super, super humid, that's just, yeah. Plants that are a little bit more sensitive and more like susceptible to root rot, they are going to stress out. But this is a really nice chunky mix. So I hope it's going to be okay. Part of me thinks maybe I should try and put it in my cabinet. Okay, oh my word. See, this is what I mean. It's staying there. I'm not even holding it up anymore. I'm going to get some Velcro just to, be sure. But I mean, if you've been watching me for a while, you know I love experimenting. I love trying new things. And I have never had this before with any mix that I've tried. I mean, you saw how many roots I chopped off. There we go. Okay, that's stable. That's stable. It's amazing. I'm also worried, like, should I water it now? Oh my word. I used to be so confident with alocasia. I really, really did. But now, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just a bad year. Even my mom said that she's struggling with it. I think it's just the weather we've been having. Okay, oh my word. There we go. I'll show you them all at the end when I'm done with them. I'm kind of leaning... Wait, no. I need to put this out the way. I'm just going to do one by one and show you because I haven't shown you the other ones yet. But yeah, it's in there. It's quite... I'm not going to wobble. It's quite stable. It's quite stable. I'm very nervous. I'm very, very nervous. I hope it's going to be okay. I'm going to... part of me is like, should I water it? Because it's got root rot. Like, I took it out of wet soil just this afternoon. Maybe I should just leave it for like 24 hours and then water it tomorrow. Should I do that? Because it is also going to get hot. Maybe I should do that. Anyway, that is the platinum. That is the one that I want to say excited about, but I am nervous about it as well. And then the other plants. These have been here for a while. Well, a while. They've been here for like 3 days. But... I don't know. There's corms here. What's going on here? Okay. So this is an tandurusa. Beautiful leaf. Like stunning, stunning leaf. I just took 2 corms off here. But yeah, this one had root. This had been there for quite a while. Quite a while. And no one was picking it up. Don't know if this is going to make it. But like I said, I'm going to be real with you guys, whether I lose them or not. I'll do updates. Maybe over the course of like a month, because August is a good month for alocasia. There's also the beginnings of a new corm there. There's no rotting happening on the corm. Like, there's not. That root still feels intact. But that's all it's got. It is a beautiful leaf. I also we have like a pressure option on the sprayer, like the portable sprayers that we have at work. I made sure I pressure clean this because I did recently find thrips at work on the alocasia table. I treated them, but yeah, you never know. But this one is a bugger for spider mites. This leaf is heavy. What am I going to do? I'm kind of leaning towards this mix. I used to be like stratum, hands down. I'm thinking I might actually go for stratum just because of what I can do. So what I was thinking is I have this tall jar, is to like fill it up like halfway so that I can use the jar, do you know what I mean? To kind of support it, you know? And also that way I don't have to use a lot of stratum. I actually bought home, because I found root mealies. You guys would have seen that in my Hoya Care Day video. I found root mealies in my stratum. So yeah, I need to sterilize my stratum, but I do like just having it on hand. This is the expensive one. So this is the one that you find in your like aquarium section or whatever, in your garden center or in aquarium shops or whatever. This little bag was 18 euros. It is a little bit more coarse because the pebbles are a little bit bigger than the one I had before. Yeah, but anyway, I just like having it on hand, and I don't want to obviously, you know, spread root mealies, especially not with alocasia. They drama queens enough as it is. So I'm going to stick that in here. Okay, I'm just going to hold it where I want it. Again, I don't really have high hopes for this one, if I'm being honest. Oh dear. See, I can lean it up against the side now. See, it's stable there now, it's not wobbling. So yeah, I've just done that. Oh, see a root popping out there. I can keep an eye on that if it's going to rot or not. I will only put like a tiny little bit here, because the first time you use stratum, it's best not to like fill it up where you would usually do it, just because the plant needs to, you know, like get used to, it needs to make like water roots. And this has obviously been in like dense soil mix. So that is the, oh, it's a beautiful leaf. Like, it's stunning. Yeah, that's the tandurusa. That was easy enough. And then the last alocasia that I rescued. Oh, you bugger. Oh no. Yeah, I've got two yucatan princesses, but it's been sitting in this little pot with some water. Oh dear. That might not have been the best thing. Okay, scissors. That stinks. That really stinks. Oh, geez, that's really stinky. Okay, I can, however, see new roots. You can see here as well. Look there, there's new little roots. When did I bring this home? I think I brought this home on Monday. And today we are Thursday night. Yeah, those are new roots. Okay, those feel fine. Oh, stinky winky. I have heard that the Yucatan princess is, there's no rotting going on there. Yeah. Look, you can see all the new roots that are forming. There is one leaf that did not look like that, so I'm going to cut that off and preferably take this sheath away, because that's also I don't want to snap. Best to just like peel it off. Here we go. Here now you can see the new bumps where new roots will come out of. So yeah, I've got one leaf. It doesn't look the best. This one did have spider mites. These two have been there for a very long time, because they had spider mites, but like quite a while ago. I can see See like a little bit of spider mite damage there. Okay, so that's that one. Oh, let me just get rid of these really stinky roots. Oh my word. That is the strongest smelling root rot that I've ever smelled. It's nasty. Okay, and then there's this one. These leaves still look pretty good. Oh, I've noticed it's like getting darker sooner. No. The only thing I'm excited about is that people do like autumn, winter, you know, they want an indoor jungle. It's a lot more fun in my work. But doing like plant care at night and all that, one, you don't have the energy for it because it's already dark. I don't get daylight savings. Like, why do we still need it? I know it looks like I'm being rough, but I've got long nails, so kind of using them as pruning shears. Okay, there's also new root growth on this one. Again, I was expecting a lot of the roots to die off. The 2 leaves are fine. I am going to pot these 2 up together. And again, I'm thinking of just doing the arrowroot mix. But this one also has really long stems. Like, really long. Like, check out how long they are. This one can get very, very big as well. Oh yeah, what am I doing rescuing all these big alocasias? What am I doing rescuing plants in the first place? I don't have any room. But yet, every single time I say that, I always find room. I did lose a couple of alocasia recently, so I technically do have room. Should I put it in a stratum or should I put it in like a soil mix? It doesn't have a lot of roots. I think this one will be fine. Just how I've seen how resilient these have been. These have been at work for a long time. Maybe I should use a tower pot. Yeah, I think I'm going to use a tower pot and do the same thing with the stake. However, I'm going to have to use an incredibly long one. That's fine. Luckily, because I keep everything, I've got long ones. I'm going to maybe do that. I am already going to put Velcro around here, you know, just to keep it attached to the stick. I don't want to cut it because I only really use Velcro for moss poles. And there's no point. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I wrapped around there a couple of times. Okay, let's pot that up. I'm just going to go and change my battery. Okay, now I've changed my mind. I'm going to see how long it lasts. Watch. As soon as I start, oh no, it's still alive. Okay, stick at the bottom. It's already standing up. Oh, this mix is amazing. Okay. Okay, now my camera is overheating. Yeah, it is quite hot. It's very humid. Okay. This is what it's looking like. It actually looks quite good. If I say so myself. It's stable in there. Like, this mix is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. I'm not really worried about this one. I think it's going to be fine. Again, from what I've seen at work, this plant does pretty good on neglect. But I will put this in my alocasia corner. I've given all of these like a good clean, so I know they don't have any pests. I was going to put them in my propagation room, but I don't know. See, now my battery is going to die. Yeah, I was thinking about putting these in a prop box, but I don't know. I think I'll just put them in my alocasia corner just so I can keep an eye on them. I think I'll put this one, I'll just give it like a tray and see how it does. But it's quite stable in there with how I've potted it up. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I probably have the highest hopes for the Yucatan princess. And this one is probably in the lowest, the tandurusa. I don't know, maybe this one is, I don't know. So bummed that I lost my one, so bummed. So yeah, anyway, the next time you guys see me is whenever there's going to be an update. Whether they all die, I'll still update you guys and tell you guys, talk through maybe what went wrong. Again, some of these plants might just be too far gone. That is the only thing when you rescue plants is that can happen. Oh, wait. I also, oh my word, and it's rooting. It's actually rooting. See, this is what I mean. It is the month. Oh, you bugger. I can't get it out of there. Do I have my giant tweezers? This one was also... Oh my word, it's rooting. Okay, the Yucatan princess, I think it will be fine. Oh no, is it snapped? Look at that. Wow, that's amazing. Okay. I also... Yes, that's right. There were corms. I had 2 tandurusa corms and... Actually, I think I'll just stick these corms in one of my trays upstairs. So I'll stick that back on there. Maybe I should do the same with this one. But at the same time, those roots. That's amazing. 3 days. Wait, Thursday. Yes, 3 days. This had no roots. No roots whatsoever. It's a cute little one. It's all wonky now because it was in this jar. But maybe it's because it was in the jar. I'm going to have to like pot it up like this because of the way it... No, I'm going to have to pot it up like that because of the way it's growing. That's very weird. It'll perk itself up anyway. But I'm thinking... Just like quick. I'm just going to stick it in stratum. I'm going to stick it in here. Okay, so we've got the little... Okay, I'm just going to hold it in there, like so. I don't think this is going to stay. If I let go... Oh! Okay, it's staying. I need a little bit more. Okay, it has made water roots, so I think I will fill this to the top. Well, like 3/4 of the way. Because those are water roots that I was making. Okay, that's what it's looking like, but it's stable in there. Again, maybe I should put this one in my cabinet. I'm just going to fill it up with water. It'll perk itself up. It's just lying like that because of the way it was in the jar. And the corms I will stick, they will be fine. That's not really rescue. This one is. This one came from my big one, from the big one here. When I took all the roots off, this one was, I didn't actually see it had a baby as well. It's got such pretty leaves and like the veining on the back. It's very pretty. Okay. Again, I'm going to have to put this somewhere where I don't knock it. It'll work out. It will pick itself up. So yeah, next time you see me is when I give another update anyway. But before the update, I just want to say, if you like this type of video where I do like updates or anything like that, like this video, leave a nice comment. Let me know, like, if you like this. Obviously, it does take a little bit more work. It takes longer. So yeah, give this video a like, comment down below, engage. It supports my channel, and it just, your comments are very, very uplifting for me, and it does really, really motivate me. And these types of videos I usually put off because it does take a lot more work, and obviously I'm a mother of 2, I'm also working. But I don't know, I kind of like the idea of being able to give you guys update like within the same video, because I haven't done like an update video on my other rescue plants in quite a while. And I think it would be, is it focusing on this leaf? I don't know. It's, geez. Yeah. I haven't done an update yet. And I just thought, I don't know, it would be nice if I could include an update in this video. You guys then get to see whether it was a successful rescue or not. And keep your fingers crossed for me. But yeah, I guess by the thumbnail, you guys might have already seen the results and seen what's going to happen. But you know, it's good to, I want to share the experience and talk about rescuing plants because it can go either way. So yeah, guess I'll see you when I see you. Okay, time for an update. I'll put on screen all of the time periods because I honestly, it feels like weeks ago, but at the same time, wait, I need to turn the radio down. Yeah, it feels like weeks ago, but it's probably not been that long ago. But there's a little bit of an update, so I'm going to give you an update. So first off is this one. Yeah, this is the corner where I've put them. I've put the platinum here, the Yucatan princess is there, and the tandurusa is like right down here. But the first update is probably the most exciting one. I know it looks awful. It did lose 2 leaves. I haven't cut them off because, like I said, I'm going to do it with you guys. But yeah, it dropped that leaf and this leaf. The one thing is, though, I have squished them all already because every single time I see them, I squish them. But you can clearly see on the back of this leaf that it has thrips. I do have a new round of beneficials coming. But yeah, let me just cut this off for you guys. But the one exciting thing, oh, this is the one where I put like so many layers of Velcro. Let's see what it does if I take it all off. Yeah, it's fun. Oh my word. Okay, so this is, like I said, the one that I thought was going to be absolutely fun. Look. New roots there. There. Oh, look at that. So yeah, it's doing well. So I'm going to cut off those junky leaves. Oh no, this is from, it's rooted because I can't pull it out. But this is the only leaf it's got. So I'm going to cut it off quite high. So yeah, I've cut this one off here. And then this one, there's 2 separate ones in here. But they both, if I tug at them, I can feel, like you can see the roots. It's very nicely rooted. But yeah, I also have spider mites. Oh, there's another one. They are the adult form as well. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them. But as soon as I see one, I just squish it. But I can't see the beginnings. Like I said, I don't know how well it's going to pick up on camera, but there's some webbing there. So yeah, but that's normal. The first round of beneficials that I got, they are not working anymore. So, and then I don't think I did this with you guys, but there was a little teeny tiny baby. It was just this leaf, which doesn't have thrips, but look at that. Look how well it's rooted in there. And nothing on that side there. And it's given me a new little leaf. I do have to say, I'm slowly falling in love with the Yucatan princess. That like new leaf with the veining is stunning. Like, look at that. It's beautiful. So yeah, that's living on this little cabinet chair. And then there's this one, which is going to drop its leaf. But there are some exciting things happening. Some roots there. So yeah, this is doing very, very well. And the only thing that I've been doing different with this one is I've been topping it up with water a lot more. So I am just going to leave this leaf. It's still using, it's not completely yellow yet, and it's still using energy from that leaf. Because, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a tandurusa root that quickly. So that's the update on that one. And then last up is probably the saddest one. I didn't see anything happening. Yeah, the leaves have like completely curled up. However, I do, this here, wait, this leaf here that I'm holding is a new leaf. I can't quite, oh, and I can see here, do you see in there? there's a new leaf popping out. So there's no roots happening. Wait, let me give it a good look. I don't see anything happening. It definitely doesn't root as quickly as the Yucatan Princess. But yeah, I can tug at it and it kind of feels, but I don't know. I feel like some of them, I mean, that new leaf is promising. This one's not, I don't know. Honestly, it's drooping like absolute crazy. I've moved the Velcro a little bit more down for that new leaf here. This one here. But yeah, there's a new leaf there, which is promising. That's from, yeah, like I said, there's a couple in here. You can't even see because of all the leaves. That's from this one. So I think there are a couple in there that are rooting and that are trying to survive, but I do think I need to water this again because it is quite a chunky mix, but I'm very nervous to do that. I asked you guys if I should give the golden bone another try, and I did. I got a really, really nice one. I did not touch the root system. I just potted it up in a slightly bigger pot, and it was doing well for about 2 weeks, and it had completely rotten. The next one morning, not even the morning after I had watered or whatever, it just turned to mush. I still have corms from it. What did I do with them? That was one that I just bought. That wasn't a rescue. But I do still have 2 corms from that golden bone. So hopefully they make it, but I don't know. I think that's just an alocasia that is not meant to be for me. But I'm really excited about the Yucatan Princess. I think that's slowly going to become like in my top favorite alocasias. It's just such a beautiful one with like the dark, like burgundy sort of stems. And the fact that it roots so quickly and is such a trooper, I think it's gonna be okay. Plus, I honestly didn't even notice that it had thrips until I saw the damage on this old leaf. You can see there, I recognize that from thrips. So yeah, keep your fingers crossed for me for the platinum. I think the tandurusa and the Yucatan Princess are good. I think they're going to make it, but this is not the end of the video. I'm still going to bring you guys along. And yeah, I guess I will see once I decide to upload this video and do like a final reveal. But yeah, the platinum is still, it could still go either way. But yeah, that's today's update. Hi guys, I'll put it on screen because I don't know, I don't remember the last time I filmed. But I wanted to give you an update on the plants again because there have been some exciting things. One exciting thing is this corner actually, because I don't think I've shown this on my channel yet. Again, I don't know when this video is going to be coming out, if it's going to be before or after a plant walkthrough or whatever. I'm just bringing you along. But yeah, I have a new shelf here. Well, it's not a new shelf. I've just did some moving. I used to have moss poles in this corner, but I've made this into my alocasia corner now. I have lots of different plants here, but it's mainly alocasia because, yeah, if you've been watching me, you know, the last year I've really been struggling with my alocasia, and I decided to take them away from that north-facing window because those windows are always open. And alocasias are drama queens, and if you have like a breeze or it's even like slightly colder than what they prefer, they will throw a fit. So I just thought I'm going to put them in this corner. I've got a grow light here. I can control conditions here. I actually also want to go ahead and put a, sorry about that, that's the dishwasher. Put a humidifier here because I have a humidifier upstairs that I'm not using, and I might as well use it here because I do notice that alocasia prefer higher humidity. I also have like floor heating, and I know that in the winter, in the colder seasons, they will appreciate just having a humidifier here. So I do want to do that, but I need to get like a stool or something, or put it somewhere where the kids can't get to it. But anyway, the update. This one, the tandurusa is still holding onto this leaf. It's still yellowing, but it's happening very, very slowly. Is it focusing? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's happening very, very slowly. Yeah, the leaf is trying to turn to the light because where it was on the north facing window, it was kind of like, yeah, anyway. But I do see some very exciting stuff happening here. This is all wrinkled. I don't know if I should just like cut this back. I don't know what I should do, but there are a lot of roots compared to the last time. Like, look at all of those roots. And I've also noticed that this dries out a lot quicker. So yeah, that's the tandurusa. I feel like I can close off this rescue mission if, well, one, if they die, then it's definitely done. But if they give me new growth. So that brings me on to the next one. So the tandurusa has not done that yet. So this is not the end. However, be careful here because it does have a little baggie. The Yucatan Princess is doing well. I do have a little box here with beneficial bugs for the spider mites because this one has already had spider mites. This leaf, I'm actually going to see if I can see them walking around. No, I can't. I only put them on the plant yesterday, I think. But yeah, there were 2 in here. I do have a new leaf here on one of them. And it is stunning. It's beautiful. But this plant has rooted like crazy. So you guys saw, you know, it hardly had a root system. But I mean, look at this. It's rooted very, very well. And this is the aroid mix from Plant Scraper. So it obviously likes that. I'm not taking it out of that. But yeah, it's doing really, really well. I have it right here. And it is getting light from the south facing window, but it's obviously on the floor, so it's not getting like direct sun or anything. But it also gets light from this mother grow lights. And this one, I think we're gonna have to do something with today. I have also knocked it over. I don't see any root growth. I feel like I need to have a look-see. I do see a new leaf here. Some of the leaves have died off, but I feel like I've given this plant enough time to adjust and either kick back or whatever. So maybe I should go ahead and take it out of here and see what I can do. Maybe I'll move it to stratum because the tandurusa has done, I mean, that one hardly had any roots. And look how well it's rooted. So maybe I'll do the same thing with whatever's left over because I feel like this one, because there are a couple in here, but I feel like this one might be dead. Oh, the sun's just gone, that's why. Wondering what that was. So yeah, I think we need to have a look-see at this one, unfortunately. So let's go to the potting room and see if it's got any new root growth. Oh my word. Okay, my potting room is an absolute mess. Absolute mess. I've just got like stuff everywhere like this. I brought this home from my work. Because I can't throw that away. I have other plants here. All dead plants. Need to clean that up. Hi, Willie. Hello. I didn't realize you were here. Okay, this is also the aroid mix. So I've got my bin here. Oh, I've got dead roots here. Let's just throw that away. I've not been the greatest at keeping my potting room clean. I've just been doing plenty projects and then dumping everything on here. So I don't know if you can see the mess, but it's bad. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. It's just I'm surrounded by other junk. So let's have a look. I'll take this stick out. Got this incredibly long bit of Velcro. That's not really necessary. It's still sort of standing up in there, but There's definitely some that are dead in here. Oh dear. Okay, that is way too wet. Oh no, I've got rotten roots here. I'll take those out so I can reuse this mix. Okay, it wasn't a lot. Oh my word, now they're going to start drilling. I'm sorry if you can hear stuff. They're doing the electricity. Oh no, this is all dead. I know. No, that's squishy. That one's definitely dead. That's like squish at the bottom. Okay, that's one gone. Oh, that one also doesn't. Yeah, that one just, oh yeah. This one just snapped off the main. You can see here, it's all squishy. Might as well leave the bin open because I don't feel like I'm gonna have much. Oh no. There are roots there. Okay, this one doesn't feel squidgy. You can see here. This was actually a leaf that it was giving me, but yeah, that's the corm. There are 2 new roots there, but like this leaf, that's definitely dead. So let's cut that off. Okay, so that's one possible little one. This one is giving a new leaf here. There are new roots there. I can't see new roots, but the majority of it is dead. Okay, I'm just going to take away all of the yuck debris. I don't know, this main corm does feel intact though. And there are, ooh, that feels like mush. I feel like this is going to snap off here. I'm being nosy. There's a window here and there's dead flowers in front of it, but I can't see them. I'm just taking away all this dead. Okay, that can go. That can definitely go. That can go. I don't know, I feel like this leaf might still bounce back. Okay, just gonna remove all of this. Yeah, that's still alive. Actually, funny enough, I'll show you at the end, but I have a new platinum. I recently went to the Netherlands to meet up with Narisa. I feel like this is going to come off. And she had a second platinum. And her mother plant, like her big platinum, is absolutely stunning. So, I'm going to take this off. Anything that can cause rotting has got to go. Okay, that's the beginnings of new corms. Yeah, like this is very, I feel like I could snap this off here very easily, but I don't want to do that. And there are some new little roots forming there. You see? So I feel like I don't know, I feel like there's quite a hard bump here as well. So there might be a leaf coming out of there. But you can see this one here from this offshoot. There is a new leaf forming there, and that was not there in the beginning. It does have this leaf, which does obviously look awful, but I don't see any signs here apart from this here. This was, I'm just going to cut that off. That was rotting. I mean, from one that had been rotting. And then there's this one. Okay, so there's still, it's not dead yet. So I think what I'll do, oh, I can definitely smell rotting though, is I'm going to put these, like I did with the tandurusa, and put them in stratum. And preferably in like a glass. Oh, that's loud. Oh, it's getting a windy. think I'll sit it on top of that. I have in the past tried to rescue. Okay, that one needs to go in a little bit later. Yeah, I have in the past tried to rescue platinums, and it didn't go very well. But again, I also think that those were too far gone. I need like a stick to try and help this one. Just need to add more. Okay, this can either just die now, or if it's going to do anything, it'll do something now, I guess. Okay, so I've done the exact same thing. I'm going to fill it up with water, probably to around about here, maybe. That's what I did with the tandurusa. Then again, I filled it up a lot more with the tandurusa, and I think that's why it rooted so well. Okay, we're back inside, and you can see where I filled it up to here, because that's what I did with the tandurusa, and it rooted very, very quickly. Like, I've even seen some people fill it up even higher, and it just encourages it to root more, but obviously there was rotting going on. But anyway, yeah, it's honestly, it is looking better than what it looked like before, because it did look awful. But I'm going to put this, where should I put it? I think I'll put it down here, because it's getting quite a nice light there. I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Yeah, I've put it there. It's like next to the ninja. So yeah, hopefully that does okay. But the Yucatan princess, oh wait, the little, I'm gonna put this one here as well, because I didn't do that before. I'm gonna actually put this one behind the, because then they're together. And the leaf is not dying off. A part of me thinks maybe I should just cut it off. I don't know. What would you do? Like, anything that I'm doing, and if you would do it differently, just leave it in the comments, because I love to, like I said, I love reading the comments and you guys giving me advice, because I've gotten so many ideas from you guys, and it has saved plants in the past. So let me last show you the little Yucatan princess, like the little corm that I was able to save. There's some good bugs on there. Okay, so this is amazing. Check it, all of those roots. And this was again the same situation where I added more water. Like I will fill this one almost to the top, almost. And it's already given me, it was a very irritating fly in here. So this is the leaf that it had. You can see it's like a funny, because the corm was growing like at an angle, it was weird, but it's already given me, I think in the last update, it already had, come on, focus. It already had this leaf, but look, it's already giving me a new leaf there. So the Yucatan princess seems to be one that's quite a fast grower, and I'm loving it. But it does seem to be one that's very susceptible to spider mites. So yeah, I do have beneficial bugs. Maybe I should put this one here as well. I've put that one there. You can like turn to the light. I don't mind having like one side of the alocasias that look good. I think they look good either way. But yeah, I think that's sort of positive. I don't know. I feel like the platinum was starting to do something, and maybe I gave it a little bit too much water, or it stayed moist for too long. Because something that I have been noticing is that I go on like a bender at night and I start watering my plants, and watering them at night is actually not a very good idea because it stays moist for longer, because these like, oh my word. I just saw the side of the couch and it's brown because of Lexi's been leaning up against there. Oh my word, it is literally brown. I completely lost my flow then. Yes, the watering at night, it's not good to do that because your plants will stay moist for, like, it's actually best to water your plants in the morning because any excess water or it can evaporate a lot quicker than if you were to water at night. So yeah, I feel like my alocasias do not like being watered at night, and I do think that the platinum was one that little buggers. Okay, this one also has spider mites. That's just lovely. I think I'm gonna take this one. It only has 2 leaves, but I'm just gonna rinse them off. They are beneficial bugs, but not on this one at the moment. So I think I'm gonna put that here and rinse them off after the video. But yeah, alocasias don't like that. My other plants don't really seem to mind that, like my Hoyas or my Anthurium or my philodendron. It's just the alocasia. They're a little bit more sensitive. So I try and only water my alocasia in the morning. But mornings are usually just chaotic with my kids, so I don't really get around to doing that. That's why most of my watering is at night, because they're in their bed and then I can just get on with it. So yeah, I need to maybe have a look at like a different routine. But yeah, that is the update so far. All I'm gonna do is bring this one over to the sink and just rinse off. It has a tiny little bit, if you see here in the corner, it's got a little bit of webbing from spider mites. But yeah, I released beneficial bugs yesterday, yeah, for spider mites. And there's also beneficial bugs for root mealies and thrips going on. I've got, at the moment, 3 different types of good bugs in my home, and I still have to use the stenema for fungus gnats. I do that like every now and then, just put that in my water just to get rid of the fungus gnat larva, because the flies are not okay, but it's the larvae that are buggers. Anyway, I'm rambling. Yeah, I'm gonna go clean that up. That is the update for today, and hopefully the next time you see me I can wrap this up, because either I feel like this now is the best that I can do. I feel like the other 2 are going to make it. I would preferably like the tandurusa to give me a new leaf, and that would be the end a video. Same with this one. I mean, this one is technically already looking like it's going to give me a new leaf. One of them anyway, because it's actually 3. There's actually 3 in here, 3 like separate plants. But the one was still attached to the main, like the mother plant. The mother plant doesn't have any leaves at the moment. We'll see, you know, we'll see what happens. I can still smell rotting going on. Why does that smell so funny? Oh, maybe it's the jar. It's got a funny smell. I hope it's going to be okay. I hope it's going to be okay. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next update. Hi guys. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit raspy. I've been like studying to learn a script for like the last 12 hours, but anyway. Matthew, can you go and sit on the couch, please? I hope you can't hear the TV, but anyway. I figured I'm going to round off this video because there is, as you can see behind me, I have already changed a couple of things. I'm actually hoping that tonight, I've got something in my hair. Tonight we can finish this cabinet because we need to do some zhuzhing, and this is going to become an alocasia cabinet. But actually, funny enough, I do have one of the alocasias that I rescued in here. I don't know if it's going to be able to stay in there because all of these alocasias that I've rescued, they have quite long stems. So yeah, this cabinet might not be like a forever home for them, but I don't think I'm going to have to do that. But anyway, you guys would have seen on the screen by now what... He doesn't just eat junk food. Oh yeah, I moved my humidifier here. So that's, you know, Alocasia is getting prime spot here. I've still got this little box thingy on here, but I wanted to show you. So this is the Yucatan Princess, and as you can see, it's given me, since I think the last update I was showing you this new leaf, it's already going to give me 2 new leaves. I mean, yeah, there are 2 plants in here. But yeah, this one is definitely a success. I am actually really loving this plant, how quickly it grows, how low maintenance it is. It does, however, seem to be quite a magnet for spider mites, Matteo. So yeah, I do have to have one of these little box thingies on it, like continuously for the... Oh no, did I just rip? No, that was already there actually. I do have to have one of these little box thingies on there continuously. Yeah, Matteo, stop. Yeah, I know, that plant is not dead. It's okay. He was pointing at one of the plants. But look at all the roots. So yeah, this plant is happy. This is a success. And I don't know, I do really like this one, how easy it is. The new leaves as well, like just like the purple in them and the veining, and oh, it's a beautiful Alocasia. I would highly recommend. It's also such a, like a, I don't know, yeah, it's very readily available. And then the little corm, I put it in this little pot. I've not potted it up in here. This is doing very well. I do think I'm gonna have to take this out of here, but it's okay, just pick them up. Yeah, the little baby is also doing very well. I did show you, I think, that it gave me 2 new leaves. I don't see the beginnings of a new leaf, but then again, this might just need like a bigger pot. I don't know, but it does have a lot of really healthy roots. So yeah, this one is definitely very, very happy, but this one does dry out very quickly. And I put it in this pot to kind of cover. I love this pot, my favorite pot from Svetlana. But yeah. This one is also fun. Not really a rescue because it was kind of, you know, well, I guess it was because it fell out of the mother plant. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen me post about that little one a little bit sooner. But yeah, the Yucatan Princess, that's a success. Then, in here, I've got the, oh yeah. It's still holding onto the leaf. It's funny shaped because of the way it, yeah. But I'm actually really surprised how long it's held onto this leaf. It's obviously, the plant is still using energy. No, how can I explain it? The leaf is still like contributing to the plant, even though it's, I don't know if that makes any sense. I hope you know what I mean. It's still, yeah, it's still contributing to the plant. It still is. Oh, geez. So yeah, it is very, very yellow right now. I think I'm going to cut it off. But I didn't want to do that, and I didn't want to round off this video until I started noticing, like, I mean, there's a lot of new root growth, but I wanted to see like actual physical, you know, like growth, like leaves, like foliage. But the root department is absolutely amazing on this one. It's very, very rooted. Very, very well. And you see, it's going to give me a new leaf. So yeah, that's very exciting. And that's exactly what I wanted to round off this video. Because a new leaf, that's like the quickest that a tandurusa has ever grown for me. So yeah, I also have to top this one up quite frequently. So I think that's a sign that I definitely, you know, I don't know, what would you do? I'm not going to do anything with it now. Just pop in the comments. Like, would you put the tandurusa in pon? Would you put it into the soil mix that the Yucatan Princess is in? What would you do? Because I've only ever had a tandurusa in pon, and it can sometimes go like 6 months without giving us a leaf. It's very like temperamental. So maybe, because that one's in pon, maybe I should try this one in soil. and see how it does. I think I'll do that actually. Just to like see, experiment. I love doing that. I can see one root here that's actually dead. Like I said, this dries out very, very quickly, but it does seem to root very, very quickly, which I've never seen before with the tandurusa. By the way, I have had questions before. Tandurusa is the Jacqueline. The Jacqueline is actually the name of the person who poached this plant. So that's why I call it the tandurusa, because that is the proper name, I guess. Yeah, Jacqueline is the name of the person that poached this plant. So yeah, that's why I call it that. But it's the same plant. It's the exact same plant. I have seen that, because my mom used to have a tandurusa and the leaves looked slightly different to this one, because we actually grew this one, not this one, we grew our first one, our original one, from a seed, not a corm. We bought it as a seed. And the leaves, it gave us mature leaves a lot quicker, and I don't know, the leaf shape was kind of different. Like it had more of these like lobes or whatever you call them. So I don't know if there are different varieties. I don't think there are. I think it's just maybe different like levels of maturity, or I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, I can safely say that this one is also a success. Yeah, I did lose this leaf, but that is to be expected. And I'm happy that, I mean, it's been what? It's been like six or 7 weeks, and it's already giving me a new leaf, like for a rescue. And considering this one hardly had any roots, I wasn't expecting anything like the Yucatan Princess. I knew when I rescued that one that it was a very resilient and hardy plant. So yeah, but I know that this one will be fine as well. And it does excite me because maybe this one will be even easier than the other one that we had. But yeah, I just have this one down here in the cabinet because it kept on, it wasn't getting enough light because it was actually living like right at the back of this shelf. So yeah, I moved it to give it a little bit more light, but this is very exciting. And oh my word, there's a thrip on here. You little bugger. Okay, I've squished it. It was an adult one. Definitely struggling with thrips lately. Oh no. There's actually not that much damage on the leaf itself, but this is exciting. So yeah, in the last update, we did this together, and look. So I have tried, I don't even remember what number platinum this is. I know I've tried to rescue platinums in the past and they've all just rotten. I'm amazed. I'm amazed at this root growth. And all I've done differently is I've been topping it up higher with water. So I wasn't putting enough water with the stratum. I mean, I do think that the added nutrients that is in stratum, that does benefit the plant, especially plants that you're like rehabbing and rescuing in that. So maybe that also helps. But I can definitely see that this one here is like well, not the mother plant. Yes, it is because these will offshoot. So yeah, this is the mother plant. That this here has become a little bit more thicker. Are you done? Done?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put it there, hey? There's more on the floor, Matil. There's more on the floor. So yeah, the mother plant, that there has become thicker. So I do think that's going to give me a new leaf soon. And then we had 2 other offshoots. And that one already had this leaf, and this leaf has completely fixed itself. It's nice and plump again. It was starting to curl the last time I updated you guys, but now it's like plump and like fluffy, you know, like puffy, you know, like I don't know, it's got like a cloudy thing to it. I don't know. But it has given me a new leaf, and that's this one. Like I said, I did just find a thrip on here. I do have beneficial bugs. I do. But because I've got quite a bad infestation of thrips, I have to refresh the beneficial bugs quite like on a regular basis. It's like every 3 to 4 weeks that you have to change it out if you have quite a bad infestation. And that's usually if you see quite a lot of the adult form of thrips. So yeah. And also I've actually recently brought home quite a couple of new plants. So that can also be from that. I've noticed a lot of thrips at work as well. Again, I can bring them home. I can bring them home as well. So, you know, it can happen. It can happen. I think this leaf was already there, but it was this one unfurling when we took care of it? I don't know. But I can also see down here of this one here, I can see there's a new point that it's going to give me a new leaf. Wait, Mateo, mommy's almost done. So, I think I did it. I think I rescued this one. I'm so excited. I didn't think it was going to make it. I really did not think. And I think I showed in the last clip. I've already started editing that video, but I don't remember. I haven't gotten to that part yet. But I do actually have another platinum that Nariza gave me. She had a double of her mother plant. And yeah, it's obviously doing very, very well. I mean, it's a very rooted one. Look at that. Very, very rooted. So yeah, this is a healthy one. There's actually 2 in here. You can see there's 2. And yeah, this one's doing quite well. Quite well indeed. I think I gave it a little bit too much water because I do have some like edema on the back here. Wait, it's my way. But I do have, oh wait, this is going to be a new leaf here. Oh, that's exciting. So yeah, I let this one completely dry out. I mean, this is quite a chunky mix. She puts her alocasia in quite a chunky mix, but I do let it dry out. I do let it dry out. Just to be sure. Just to be sure. I think it's safe to say that my alocasia rescue was actually quite a success. I was not expecting that. I really wasn't. Maybe just like talking through it with you guys, that kind of helps me. I'm not sure. I'm going to put this one back there. But yeah, I wasn't expecting that all 3 of them were going to make it. I mean, we did lose some pups from the platinum, yeah, in the last update. But I mean, I think this is definitely my favorite one out of a lot, and I'm quite surprised at that because I would say that the platinum would be. But I don't know, I'm really liking this Yucatan Princess. It's a very easy one. And I mean, those roots are amazing. Just cannot believe that. I really can't. They definitely, yeah, I think I will. I think I will put the tandurusa in this aroid mix from Plant Scraper. You can notice it starts getting colder and I'm starting to get a cold. Story of my life. Anyway, that was the last update, which means I'm going to close down this video. Let me know in the comments if you would have done anything differently, what you would have done if you've rescued any plants recently. I would love to hear that. I love hearing rescue stories. I really, really do. I think those types of plants just... Why have you got your toot? Hey? Why have you got your toot? Can you come sit? And you got orange face. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Like I said, comment down below about and talk about your rescue stories and what you would have done differently. If you have any of these alocasias and how they're doing, yeah, I just love hearing all about that, you know, because every single situation, every single environment, why is there chocolate on the side of the cabinet? Huh? I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, let me know. Just let me know in the comments. I love hearing those stories. I love learning from you guys what you would have done differently. Every single home is different, so I just love hearing different situations and experiences. And yeah, let's just carry on chatting about rescue plants. Are you done? No? Okay. In the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't, Mateo, leave the tripod alone. If you haven't yet, subscribe, come along with me on my jungle story. I love rescuing plants. I'm thinking maybe I should make like a rescue playlist, unless I already have. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I do love rescuing plants. I also work in a garden center, so I am forever rescuing plants. So, I've lost my phone. If you watch this video all the way to the end, leave a...
Pardon me?
Brot? I'm a word. What emoji should I leave? Leave a little like autumn leaf emoji. I'm feeling autumn today. It feels like autumn today. It's very windy and a little bit cold. Yeah, leave an autumn leaf emoji. It lets me know you watched all the way to the end. And if you did, thank you thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.